Hey everybody, my name is Joe. Welcome to my channel. This is the first video in my new channel where we discuss and analyze movies. And my goal for this channel, guys, is just for you to come in, whether you've seen these movies or not, you take away something new, or if you haven't seen the movie, my reviews make you want to go out and check it out for yourself, and you can form your own opinion. So with that being said, let's talk about film. So for today, for my first video, I just wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite movies of all time, and that movie is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. So Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan is about Kirk and his crew on a training mission. And while on that training mission, another Starfleet crew discovers a dead planet that they want to use for this new life-creating device called Genesis. While they explore the planet, they discover that the planet is not as dead as they thought, and find out that Khan and his crew have been there for 15 years. Khan then takes over the other Starfleet ship, and he and his crew travel through space to find Kirk and destroy him for what he did to them 15 years prior. One thing I love about this movie so much are the characters and the acting. I think every actor in this movie, from William Shatner to Leonard Nimoy, Nichelle Nichols, George Takei, DeForest Kelley, like all of them, all of the original cast members in this movie do a phenomenal job with bringing these characters to the big screen. In the first Star Trek movie, I just never felt a kind of connection to the characters. And I think part of that was because there really wasn't a good story to begin with. Here, the story is so tight and is just told so well. William Shatner, by far, this is his best Kirk performance. He's getting older. He realizes that age is catching up to him. He's been promoted to admiral, but there's not much in the sense of adventure with that position. He's going to be stuck behind a desk for the rest of his career probably, and overseeing trainees who are getting ready for their first missions into space. And he just longs for another adventure. And then you get characters like Spock and McCoy. Leonard Nimoy and DeForest Kelley are just as good as William Shatner in this movie. They understand how these characters think, how they interact with one another. The interactions, the banter between Spock and McCoy, it's still there. The interactions that they have with Kirk, being his best friends, telling him what he wants to hear, but also giving him a dose of reality. And that's what I love so much about these relationships. You get the sense that these people have known each other for years, and the friendships feel real. It's moments like that that make me remember why I love Star Trek. It's the characters that I love so much, and these three in particular, this friendship between this trio, it never gets old. I do have to highlight the rest of the crew. Nichelle Nichols, James Doohan, George Takei, Walter Koenig. They all have moments to shine. And you just get a sense that these characters have been through a lot together. They care about one another, and they're going to fight to the end with one another. And it's exciting to just get that feeling when you watch this movie. But the character that I want to talk about the most right now is Khan, played by Ricardo Montalban. Khan! He really is one of the best, if not the best, Star Trek villain of all time. Montalban just sells this character. He presents him in a very Shakespearean quality, but also at times can chew the scenery, but it never takes away from the performance. Every time he's on screen, it's a commanding presence. Everything he says, every word of dialogue comes out of his mouth. You just can't wait to hear how he's going to deliver these lines.
He tasks me. He tasks me, and I shall have him. I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round the Antares maelstrom and round perdition's flames before I give him up.
You get a sense that revenge is all he has left. Whether he is successful or not, he will not stop. He will not rest until he has his revenge. And it's just another great quality to the character. So another aspect of this movie that I want to talk about is the director, Nicholas Meyer. Prior to Wrath of Khan, he had only directed a few movies. He had also never seen a single Star Trek episode. And I think today, a lot of fans, if they were to hear that, would go, really, like, why would you hire this guy if he doesn't know what Star Trek is? But Meyer felt that that was a blessing because he didn't feel like he was going to be held down by the rules of the franchise, everything that was established before. He could just tell his own story. And he just decided, I'm going to make my own sort of sci-fi military movie. And the greatest thing about it was that it completely worked out in the end. He brings a sense of urgency, of adventure. There's a great pace to it. The battle sequences are wonderfully done. And while the effects may look dated today, you still see the hard work and the craftsmanship that went into making these models, to getting these effects and explosions to look as good as they need to look. The stunts are very well done in this movie. And the overall pacing of these battle sequences, it just works, and Myers sells it 100%. James Horner's score. This is one of the best Star Trek scores of all time. I have the whole score. I listen to it, not every day, but now and again I'll turn on certain pieces from it and just listen to it because it's not like the grand Jerry Goldsmith score, which is phenomenal in its own right, but this one, it just adds something new, and it helps with the battle sequences. It helps build the tension. It's just, it's so good. I don't know how else to explain it, but you have to listen to it to get what I'm talking about. It is just that good. So guys, overall, what do I think of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan? I think this movie is perfect. It's got wonderful characters, great acting, excellent battle sequences. The score is beautiful. The direction by Nicholas Meyer can't be matched, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's not my favorite Star Trek movie of all time. I will make another video talking about that movie in the future. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really enjoyed talking about this movie with you. It is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I hope you go out and give it a shot. So guys, look forward to more content coming your way, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.